Justice League Dark number 5. This is the beginning of a new storyline called the Shadow Pact. The last storyline was The Witching Hour, which just wrapped up. So this issue is written by James Tynion IV. So there's a lot of new kind of concepts we're introduced to, and there's a lot of characters thrown into the mix. It was a little bit hard to follow sometimes because there's so much to keep track of. So this issue opens up with Detective Chimp. It's a flashback, and he's at the funeral for this hero called Nightmaster. And this Nightmaster guy had apparently something called the Sword of Night, and it's like a magical sword. And he was also the protector of a magical realm called Myrra. So this Nightmaster is dead, and they're at his funeral. And then the Phantom Stranger talks to Detective Chimp at the funeral, and he tells him that this Oblivion Bar is now Detective Chimp's property, as well as that Sword of Night that was Nightmaster, that is also now Detective Chimp's property. And Detective Chimp continues to drink, and then we come to the current day where he is continuing to drink. And then Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark are there, and they're telling Detective Chimp that they want to go to this Myrra realm and see if they can find some sort of weapons or something that they can use to fight these other kind that they've been battling the last few issues. And Detective Chimp is like, I don't know if that's a good idea, but they end up using that special sword of Detective Chimp's and getting into that realm anyway. So Detective Chimp goes and runs after them into this realm. And then there they are fighting all of this weird dragon creature. They fight that thing. And then all of a sudden, this character known as the Blue Devil shows up. And he says to Detective Chimp, "We had a pact, Bobo, and it's time you paid for breaking it." So, yeah, and that's where this issue ends. But before I do that, there's another part I skipped over. So Constantine and Swamp Thing, they are at this place called the Tree of Wonder, and they're fighting this Dr. Fate, who is normally a good guy, but I guess this one is a bad guy, and he's taking over Dr. Fate, which happened a few issues ago. So they're fighting this character, and then all of a sudden Phantom Stranger shows up, and Phantom Stranger is talking to Dr. Fate, and he says that it's time that we talked. So lots of plot threads going on, lots of things being set up for future issues. I personally found it to be a little messy, a little hard to follow. So I didn't love it. I thought the art's pretty nice though. The art's decent. I'm going to give this issue a 6.5 out of 10. It's okay, but I'm not loving it.